Alrighty, watch fans, happy Friday to you. If you're watching on Friday and you know what that means, yes, obviously, another Hotness Pick. Back with us is our good friends at Ingersoll with another offering. You've got three options. This is the Ingersoll Chinook Mechanical. Three options. This is the first of the three. I'll run through the three options and then we'll take a little bit more of a detailed look on each. But yes, this is a true mechanical, which we will talk about in just a moment. This is the first of the three options that are available to you. 47 millimeter case diameter. Again, remember, measured this way, not this way, this way. So that is that Goldilocks size. Anybody can wear this. Larger wrists, small wrists, good to go. Ladies, can you wear this? Yes, in my opinion, I think so. Not an issue. 316L stainless steel, 47 millimeter case. Very low profile that's been done on this. And the weight, since this is on a strap, is only about 103, 104 grams. So very light weight. What's great about this is the movement, and I'll show you the case back in just a second before we move on to the next one. This uses the 519 caliber movement. It is a 17 joule mechanical movement, meaning there is no rotor. Wearing this watch will not keep it wound. You must wind it via the crown. There is no battery powering this. Again, you must wind this via the crown. Now, it does have a large oversized crown, as you would expect, on a pilot style timepiece, or a flieger, as some of you might call it. And speaking of winding via the crown, let me say this very early on. This movement, when you wind it, the crown will stop when it is fully wound. Now, I tested it on two watches. Took one, I think, was 48 winds. The other one was 50. But it stops. Do not force the crown when you are winding this. When you feel it stop, just stop. You are good to go. Very large dial opening, so the 47 millimeter case diameter is going to wear a little bit larger than what it is. That outer fixed bezel is around the outside, giving you a very large dial opening in relationship to the case itself. Each of the three that are available are limited editions, 500 made for each dial color or each model. Case back is labeled limited edition, but it does not have a number on it. For some of you, that'll be an issue. For others of you, not so much. Just want to make sure that you fully understand that. 3 ATM water resistance. You know, you're not going swimming with this. It's a pilot watch. It's on a leather strap. If you get it wet, you're going to be okay. If you submerge it for long periods of time, not so much. The coupon code, in case you did not see it or you do not scroll down the page, Save Big, SAVEBIG, one word, Save Big, and you are saving big. The price on this, when you go to click on the link, go to the Ingersoll site, $344. You're going to save $145. It is $199 to you, plus, I believe, a flat $10 shipping charge. The other thing to know very quickly before I show you the back of this so you can see what's going on with the movement, right now this is only scheduled to last through Tuesday, I believe it is. I'll double check. Bottom line is I'm trying to get them to extend it, but very short time period available on this. Luminescent material, hands done in the style of the instrumentation panel that would be done on there. You can see the airplane that's right there. Here it talks about the movement. This is your small seconds or sub-seconds that's been done on that. I'll show you that more in detail on a watch that, of course, does not have the minute hand right over top of it at the time that we're trying to use this. So what I'm going to do is kind of reach in here. I'm going to take this out of the way. Now, on this one in particular, the stock photos that I have a little lower on the site do not do this strap justice. I want you to see it is a lighter brown bordering on kind of a tan. Obviously the white contrast box stitching that you would associate with a pilot style timepiece. Very nice strap. The stock images don't necessarily represent this one very well. Now, when you turn this over, see if I can get the glare off of there. There you can see exhibition case back. There is your mechanical movement that is running on there. You can see the vertical stripe decoration that's been done on the top plate, furnace blue colored screws. You can see several of those ruby colored jewels that are being utilized in this. Now, along those same lines, in a traditional sense, and this isn't working very well, but we'll do the best we can. As you can see, this is a very large buckle, which is reminiscent of a vintage style timepiece. Still very comfortable. It does lay not 100% flat, but more so than what you may have seen on other timepieces. It is a 3-keeper system in keeping with a pilot watch style. And what I'm doing is showing you, you have the leather keeper that is fixed. You have a D-ring or oval 316L steel ring, which is actually, as you can see, sewn into the strap, or the strap actually has a hole, and then you can see the additional stitching to protect that. And then you have a floating keeper that is, of course, out of the picture, but you get the idea. Now, just to show you one other thing, in keeping with a traditional pilot style timepiece, at the end of the strap is a rivet. This is a true rivet. It is on the other side, which I will very quickly try to show you before we move on to the next one. There you can see. And again, many of you have heard me talk about how do you tell a nice strap. Look at the straightness of the stitching. Look at the uniform size of each stitch. You look at the uniform spacing between each stitch, and that is exactly what you are seeing here. Very substantial strap, several millimeters in thickness, a little bit of a texture that's been done on that. Extremely comfortable out of the box wearability. Now, let's take a look at the second option. All right, option number 2 out of the 3 on the Chinook Mechanical from Ingersoll. Everything is the same except the color options that we're talking about here. Now, this one was almost the Hotness Pick within the Hotness Pick, Sparky's Pick, the Hot Buy, whatever you want to call it. Why? Because of the unique color combination that's being utilized here. The 47mm case is still being done in the black IP, same crown, same outer fixed bezel, same strap, but with a little bit of a different coloring. Notice what you're getting, and I hope it picks up well on the video because the stock images again on this one are not the best representation, but all of the hands, the numerals, all of the markings are done in this kind of, if you think of a creamsicle orange, a very light or pale style orange, maybe with a little yellow thrown in there. I'm not a fashion guy. Hey, you know, I just go with what I see and give you the best idea that I can. The stitching as well, which I'll try to show you before we move on to the next one, is done in the same color tone with a black textured strap, same keeper, same buckle, all of that. Now, what you can see a little bit better on this one is going to be the small seconds or the sub-seconds. Either term is appropriate. That is your constantly running second hand. The one pointing to the actual time, as you can see right there, has a red tip on it. You can see the smooth rotation of this, as you would expect for a mechanical. This one is, I do believe, 21,600 vibrations. I may need to double check that. But as you can see, very smooth operation. 3 hands, pointers that have been done on this. Now, one is your effective, again, the one I'm pointing to right there with the red tip, which is going to be along the lines of helicopter blades. Like the Chinook, by the way, is a very popular military style helicopter dating back a couple decades now. I think it Vietnam era, slightly before. Now, you will notice the airplane decoration that has been done on this. I don't have a problem with that because this is a pilot-style timepiece. So, you know, I don't think anybody's going to say, hey, your watch is called a Chinook and it actually has an airplane on it. Yeah, whatever. That's just getting a little too carried away with things. But this is a great color combination. This pale creamsicle, dreamsicle, whatever you want to call it, orange goes very well against the black. And it was almost the Hotness Pick within the Hotness Pick, the Hot Buy Sparky's Pick. You'll see why in a minute that it was not. Remember, the coupon code SAVE BIG, SAVEBIG, SAVE BIG, all one word, $145 savings. $199 total to you for the watch with $10 shipping and handling in the U.S. You live outside of the U.S., you're on your own, you're going to have to figure out what's going on. I obviously cannot calculate all of those for you. But this is the second option. Let's go ahead and take a look at the third option, which is the Hotness Pick within the Hotness Pick. Now, here is the third and final option of the Ingersoll Chinook Mechanical, which I think immediately upon seeing this, you're probably getting an idea of why this was picked as the Hot Buy or the Hotness Pick within the Hotness Pick. Sparky and I got together, had an executive meeting, made that big decision, and said because of the unique color combination that you see on this timepiece, this is the one that we are calling the Hot Buy. Now, first thing you're going to notice that is different is the case. This is done in the unplated 316L stainless steel. You are getting a dial that they call cream, and I would not necessarily argue with that, and I'm getting kind of, let me straighten that out. Sorry about that. Just so we can try and get it straight. There we go. I would not argue with that. It is a very unique dial color. And then when you pair it with the red, your hour and your minute hand, your small seconds or sub-seconds, all the Arabic numerals, the markings that give you the, or tries to give you the impression of a gauge on instrumentation panel of either a plane or a helicopter, and then also the markings. You will see the actual plane that they have on there, and then the limited edition status that is also done on the dial, all in red. And let me point out, this red is not luminescent. I am assuming it is an enamel paint, maybe not enamel. A lot of the times it is. I do not know that for sure. That's what I'm going to go with until I'm told differently. Please do not buy it just for that reason. Hey, gotta kind of protect myself there. But the red makes a very nice contrast to that cream dial. And then the strap also on this is done very, very nice. I'm going to just see if I can pull this up. So as you can see, textured black leather, very softly done. This is not like an alligator or a croco texture, but you are getting the red stitching done on the top side of the strap. Okay. Now as you come back down, and you can see the oversized buckle, the three keepers, one of which is the oval ring, or I think it would be correct to say a D-ring. I'm sure somebody will let me know if it is not. And again, just to give you a look one more time at the gorgeous movement that is in there. Again, that is the 519 caliber movement, 17 jewel mechanical. Mechanical meaning it must be wound via the crown, and it is an oversized crown like you would find on a traditional or vintage style pilot's piece. And again, please remember on this movement, this may be new for you guys, so it bears repeating. When you wind this via the crown, it will stop. from a fully dead, meaning unwound movement as I received it, it took between 48 and 50 winds. Now yours may vary so slightly. If it's only 45, don't freak out. That doesn't mean anything bad. What you need to know is this one stops. There's not a clutch system in there that allows you to just keep winding the crown basically forever. So when you feel it stop or you feel pressure, just stop. You're going to get 40 hours or so power reserve on this. I don't know the exact rating on this, but this one is, by the way, based off of the design of the Unitas 6497 that many of you will be familiar with, and many of you, like me, will have at least one of those in your collection. If you're not familiar with that, you may have heard it referred to as the ETA. Same movement instead of Unitas. Technically that is correct. Unitas was the original manufacturer. That's how I think of the 6497. Either way, made by ETA, which is a part of the Swatch Group. This one is based off of that vertical decoration on the top plate. And yes, by the way, because I still get questions, this is the top of the movement. Okay, we'll get into that at some point. I have in the past. Vertical decoration, furnace blue colored screws that you see, some of the several decorations. There is your balance wheel going back and forth. So that is it. Quick presentation, only going to be available for a short time. This might be your first pilot watch, this might be your first mechanical, or it could be your first pilot watch and mechanical. This would be a great opportunity to do so. You're getting a lot of watch for the money. 47 millimeter case diameter, approximately 103-104 grams, decorative movement, limited edition, $145 savings. Remember, Save Big is your coupon code, SAVEBIG. Takes you from $344 on the webpage down to $199. Okay, $145 savings, and only going to be available, I think, until Tuesday at midnight. I will double check that. I will try to get them to extend, but do not count on that. If you're thinking about grabbing one or two, make your decision and take action quickly. That's it. Thanks for looking. We will see you hopefully next Friday.